We have the amazing and talented Miss Mila in the building.
Yes.
She's going to talk to us about who she is, what she does. She's going to give us a little bit of tips. We do have some questions at the end from the listeners. We're going to go through that, but right now we're going to have her tell us who she is, what she does, and where she's from.
What's up? Good afternoon, you guys. My name is Milagros, but I go by Mila. Growing up, a lot of people knew me by Ale, but we're just not going to get into that. I go by Mila. And I'm originally from Peru. I was born there, but I moved to the DMV and I was raised in Maryland. I moved to the DMV like around 5 years old. And I've been here ever since. Millionszkin is a Latin brand. It's a Latina brand that I have, came up with the name. It took me a lot because it was like back and forth. I didn't want to have like a basic name, and I just want to use my name. So I was like, let me manifest into my business and make it a name. So I was like, eventually my goal is to come across millions of skins, millions of people, just help millions of things. We can do millions of things on your skin as well. And that's pretty much
it. And she is gonna touch million skins, okay?
Yes. Period. I think I don't even know how many skins I've touched, honestly. I should have kept count. But it was a lot of people. It's still a lot of people.
Yeah, you are killing it right now. I've seen you post so much about your page and what you do. Like, you're literally killing it. I need to go and get my skin right by you because clearly I need
it. We will, honey. We will.
I need it. Oh, and fun fact, guys, we have the same birthday. Our birthday's next week.
Oh, so excited. You're the reason why I'm only keeping up, because you keep reminding me like 4 more days.
Our birthday's almost here.
Yes, I'm excited though.
What made you start your business?
Well, my business, ever since I always had a job since I could remember, I always felt like working for people was I always felt like working for people was like, what's that word? Like draining. Like I felt like suffocated. I hated like clocking in, clocking out. And don't get me wrong, don't think I will never work for somebody else. I will, which is within the field, of course, but I never really liked clocking in, clocking out. I hated, like, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing here? So my last job that I worked for somebody was in 2018. After that, I just started doing Uber. And I was like, I'm just going to see where this takes me. Like, I'm going to find out what to do with myself. And it was really good. I met a lot of people. Like, throughout doing Uber, I realized, like, I need to start my own business. I just didn't know what it was. But I was just like, I didn't want to do waxing, threading. My plan did not go as it was supposed to, but it's still there. You got to start off with something. At least have the idea of what you want to do, and then it'll all fall into place. However, it has to fall into place, of course. And during Uber, I just kept coming across a lot of people that were like business owners, and that intrigued me into like, well, I have to do something. So I did research. I ended up, going to school in New York, and it all went from there, honestly. Once I like knew that I wanted to wax people, thread people, while I wanted to like do beauty stuff, it just all fell into place. And I was like, yep, I need to do this. Like I said, I still did Uber. I still do Uber when I need extra cash because cash, because it's quick money, and whoever does Uber, you already know it's a vibe. So you meet a lot of people, and you get to learn about yourself. You get to learn a shitload about the streets, like where stuff is. And that really did help me into like coming into conclusions of what I wanted to do within myself, my business. And yeah.
You stated you went to school in New York. How was that for you? Were you because I know you're by yourself, so how did you like get used to being by yourself in a whole big city?
Right. So that was like the biggest, challenge about this whole business, because I was like, oh my God, bitch, go to school in DC. But I feel like as a Sagittarius, and just like as myself, like I like to go hard. I like to go big. I don't like being basic. I'm sorry. But I think everybody is who they are, of course. But having gone to school in New York was hard because I didn't know nobody, except like I did know people, but I was alone, because I don't live with the people that I knew.
Yeah.
I was living in Jersey, so I would take the bus every day to school. And I loved it. I really did. At first, It was really funny though, because at first I was going to school in Jersey, but I didn't like it because it was really like, it was messy. I didn't like the school. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to choose the one in New York. So I did that. But I'm not going to lie. Like the first month I was out there, I was crying for a whole week. Ain't nobody ever even know. I didn't even think I told my mom about that. It was really draining because you're like, oh my God, I'm by myself. Like it's overwhelming when you actually do the move, you know?
Yeah.
But it was beautiful. It was a great experience. I met really good friends. I came across great teachers. Even so now I'm back and forth from New York just because, you know, I went to school out there. So I have a real good system to keep learning, and it's easier, it's cheaper, and it's just, I love it. But at first it was really hard, you know, like trying to take the bus. I was like, girl,
the whole new city.
But it was like, I lived in Clifton, so it was really close. It was like 20 minutes. But at first I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? But it's not that hard. It was hard at first, but it was an amazing, loving experience. I loved it.
And what advice would you give to anyone that's looking to go into that field?
So my biggest recommendation is to always make sure you have like a good 5 schools that you want to choose from. You got to make sure that you tour the school. You got to make sure that you see what the credentials are. You got to make sure you see how much it is. If they accept loans, if they accept FAFSA, you know, try to make it easier for yourself, but also where you want to go, you know, how you want to learn, because everything's about how you want to learn. Like I mentioned, when I was going to the school in New Jersey, they were the same school, but it was different cities. The one in New Jersey they didn't start off from like the start. You had to start where they were at. And I found that very unprofessional. And I don't learn that way. I got to start from the top to the bottom.
Right.
But a lot of people learn that way too, because there was a lot of people in that school that liked learning that way. And I was like, that's not me. But make sure you tour, of course. Like you got to definitely go in. I'm not sure how the stuff is right now, especially because of COVID. Right. But I know that some people still do go to school. So just make sure that you do go tour and you ask a lot of questions. You see what they're, because a lot of schools come with a lot of packages, you know, they bring you a lot of products, they make, and you know, you got to make sure that you do spend a lot of time doing, practicing for state board, because whether you go to school or not, a lot of people may not pass state board, and that's how you get your license as an esthetician. So you always got to make sure, you know, you pick the right school that you feel will teach you the right things and that you will learn as well with them.
I think when I graduated high school, I did go to I went to Aveda in DC, and I did a tour because I felt like I wanted to do that. Well, I wanted to do cosmetology, but then I felt like that was just something like this, just to do it. But I'm glad I didn't do it, because I knew that wasn't what was meant for me. I felt like I was just jumping into something just to jump into something, to be like, look, mom, I'm doing something. But I didn't, because I realized this is not, I like makeup, yeah, but this is not what I want to do. It's not.
Right.
So I definitely, like, for like the listeners, definitely, like she said, like research, really study what's the schools and what they're providing, and also really figure out yourself. Like, don't rush it. Like, don't rush the process. Like, it's totally okay if you graduate high school and you don't know what you want to be. Like, it's totally okay. I feel like,
because I don't think,
like I
don't think you're supposed to know what you want when
you're and I feel like at school, like, they force us to think, oh my God, if you don't go to college, like, you're nothing in life. And it's like, no, when you graduate high school, you barely even know who you are. You're barely, like, we're barely working. Right. We're barely, like, we're still young. Like, it's okay to live life a little bit. It's okay to find yourself, figure out what you want to do in life. Like, don't rush just to rush. But like, there is some people that be like, oh, well, I graduate high school and I go to 4-year college and I'm this person. That's cool and that's good for you. But it's like, some people, you know, they're not like that. They can't understand what they want to do. And sometimes people do rush into like things just to do it. Like me, for example, I graduated.
They don't even work on it.
Yeah, like, I graduated high school and I was like, oh shit, like, my sisters went to 4-year universities, they graduated. Now what the fuck am I gonna do? So I was like, fuck it. I rushed myself, took out a whole loan from Montgomery College, didn't even finish school, dropped out of school because I wasn't happy. and now I got a whole freaking loan that I still got to pay for. And I'm like, damn, if I would have just took my time and really understand what I want to do, I wouldn't be in debt. But look at me, still paying my damn loan.
Right. And I think it's a learning experience. Really good to not have just went to school for them and done what they wanted you to do, because baby girl, you're about to be 9 to 5 doing something you didn't even want to do. Yeah. So, you know, and it's a lot, because being from a foreign household, parents do ask for a lot, and, you know, they feel like they got it all. Like, you need to go to school. And most of them, they haven't even graduated. Yeah. And just they haven't, they want you to do it. And it's like, nah, there's many ways of income. And like you said, because I wanted to be a cosmetologist as well, because my mom's a cosmetologist. But when I got out of high school, she kind of like, you know, belittled it. And she was like, don't. She's like, that's not a career, this and that. So I didn't even do it. And, you know, after I graduated for my aesthetics license, like, she realized, like, nah, like, she's like, I'm sorry that I really belittled that and made you, you know, go through what you had to go through. But it's a process of life, because she didn't even know her damn self. You know what I'm saying? She was still learning how to, like, be like, oh, this is good, this is bad. But yeah, it's a learning process. So I think it's good that you learned that, because for your children, you will be like, boo, do not take out that much of a loan. If you sure that's what you want to do, then do it. Yes. There's a lot of ways to make money, not just college. And if they did it, hey, kudos to y'all, man. I would have loved to. I really would have loved to. And I'm not saying I will never go back to school, because sometimes I do. I love learning. Like, I love the whole having the book, taking notes. I love that shit. So I'm not sure for what I would, but I would love to go back. I still have to get my master's as esthetician, so I'm still going to school on a daily basis as well, because I'm still learning. You know, it's always, you got to learn. It's like fashion. Skin's like fashion, because something new is always coming out. Someone new drops something. There's a new product. There's a new ingredient. So it's really cool, you know?
So can you clarify on that? Because I never knew that. I thought you just went to school, you pass your state board, and then that's it. I never knew that there's more to just getting your state board, right? So you mentioned, yeah. So what exactly is with the master's in that?
So with the master's esthetician, you could do like way more in-depth of stuff. Like, you could work for a medical spa. So we're talking about Botox, injections, plastic surgery, because we're talking about the skin. The skin has not just the basic skincare, but we could take it from a lot of people who do Botox to plastic surgeries to becoming your own teacher. So you could teach people, you know, you could have your own school. Like, it's just so much more than just a facial. Like, people just think it's just a facial, but you're still learning, because there's a lot of procedures, you know, microneedling, microdermabrasion, hydrofacials, dermaplaning, and like, I could go on and on. But with the master's estheticians alone, you get to like basically secure the bag with more of like knowledge. And they're like, wow, so she has her master's, she just doesn't have her regular. You know what I'm saying? I feel like eventually, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like eventually people are going to have to go to college to be an esthetician, because the knowledge we have is a lot. Like, we're talking about the largest organ, like, and a lot of people don't take it that serious, because even before esthetician was a thing, like, they just had cosmetology, and you would go and they would give you a basic of skincare. But then eventually they made a school, and they're like, yo, we got to focus on skincare. So yeah, but master's esthetician is a lot. It's a whole other, you know, you get to do way more stuff as well, you know, work for other people, be in the medical field as well. So it's esthetician, but the proper word is esthetician with the A and the E. My best advice to you guys is to like, make sure that this is what you want to do, but it doesn't just fall into facials. Being an esthetician falls into a beauty category. You can do waxing, you can do eyebrows, you can do lashes. In a lot of states, in Maryland, not so much do you need an esthetician license, but in New York, you do need an esthetician license to be a lash technician, like to rent a booth, you know, basically like to rent a room. And you could do tints, you could do, oh my God, like so much. My mind just went blank. But there's so much you could do. So as long as you want to be in the beauty, as long as you want to be in the field, and not only does it just like there's people that are wax specialists, right? If you want to guarantee your bag and make sure like you do want to, you know, eventually have a business, a spa per se, you need to get your license as a esthetician, because you need to be licensed, because a certification is just a certification. You could work under somebody, but when you're licensed, You know, you can have your own business, you can make your own products. And for say, if you do want to make your own spa, like the county comes and they make sure that somebody in there has a license. You know, it's not just to learn about skin. You will learn about skin, but it licenses what you do, the work you do. So you're licensed, you're not just certified. And like I said, in the state of Maryland, a lot of people don't need to be licensed, which I think is pretty fucking cool. But that's my opinion, because I feel like you need to be licensed, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't just go to a hairstylist that ain't licensed, you know? It just works like that. But make sure that this is what you want to do and go for it, man. Like, you can learn so much and you'll find out so much. And it's not just a benefit for your clients, but it's a benefit for yourself.
It's so much. It's literally so much about the skin that we don't know that we need to.
Yeah, and it could literally be like the easiest things as well, you know. It could literally just be like changing your cleanser, changing your pillow sheet, make sure like when you sleep, you don't sleep with like just not washing your face. You know, it could be the simplest things that people are doing wrong and they think it's like, oh my God. And a lot of people tend to like just like, I don't know, like kudos to the people that want to follow people like on YouTube, on Instagram, that don't know shit about skin, but they swear they do. Like, and I think it's funny because society has made people become their own doctors. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm one of them to an extent when it comes to food. But like, I'm not about to sit here and, you know, give you tips on how to be a cosmetologist when I don't know shit about cosmetology. Because people who go to school for that get taught, you know, it's a difference when you go to school for something to when you just learn something off YouTube or Google. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It comes from what you're putting on your skin to where you're getting your knowledge from to what your own beliefs are, you know. But society has to realize, like, you have to, for a professional stuff, for professional results, you have to, you know, seek a professional. And just like people who go to get their nails done or to get their hair done, or to, you know, like barbers, or to get their lashes done. It's like you spend so much money, not even so much money, but you spend so much time trying to perfect that you leave your skin to shit. I'm sorry for my language, but people leave their skin to shit. And people don't want to take care of their skin till they're like 30, which is so fucking dumb. Because once you hit 20, we need to start putting vitamin C. We need to put sunscreen since you're little. But, you know, if you have never and you're in your 20s, we're in the time that our skin is still renewing, that our cells are renewing faster than somebody who's 30 or 40. So that's that advantage that we have. So for say you have hyperpigmentation, which is dark spots, you know, our skin will renew itself faster than somebody who is 40 and has dark spots, just because we're in our 20s. So it's our prime time, just the same way you're in your 20s and you have to, you know, make sure you invest in yourself, in your business, in your growth, invest in your skin, you know, because people love to spend money on hair, lashes, nails. Do your thing, because I love to look beautiful from all types of aspects. But my skin is my biggest, you know, bam. Like I just, it needs to be on point.
Important, because me, like growing up, I always thought, oh my God, I have to have makeup on to feel beautiful. I have to have makeup on to go out the house. I have to have makeup on. So if I see somebody, they think I'm beautiful. And then I feel like that really like messed up my skin. One, because growing up, I probably had to be like 15 and up. I didn't take off my makeup with makeup wipes. I would just sleep with eyeliner. I would just sleep with mascara on. I would wake up with ojera, and all this was black. I didn't take makeup off properly. I would just wet my face with, but I had to learn that, when was it? July. I had like I had surgery done, and that entire time it was like it was a, I guess you would say, like a shifting moment for me, because I was scared, because at that time my doctor was like, basically, if you don't get your shit together in a couple of months, in a couple of years, you're not going to be good. Like, you're not going to be able to do certain things. So I was just like, you know what, I really got to buckle down, eat better, really clean my body. And people don't really understand that, and this is I wouldn't say fun fact, but this is what I learned from my doctor. If you literally do not cleanse your insides, your skin is going to be fucked up. You're going to realize, damn, why do I keep breaking out? It's because your insides are nasty and they need to be cleansed. You need a purgante. You need a cleanser from the inside. You need to let all that out. Because everyone's body is different. Like people don't understand it. I don't know if this is too much information, but y'all listeners, y'all need to understand this. If you are not using the bathroom every day, letting it out, your skin is gonna tell you it needs to.
Exactly, girl. You said it.
You was like, wait a second, what is going on? And he was like, yeah,
yes, girl.
If you're constantly like having sinus infection, if you're constantly like getting a lot of mucus, or if you feel like when you get a cold, it takes longer for you to heal, but you're adding dairy and you're eating dairy, it's because of that. And I didn't really understand that. And he's like, yeah, that's why it's so important to really watch what you eat, and understand the foods, because some foods have mold, some foods have metal. And just because it looks good in the plate and you're eating it, you don't know what it's looking like inside. And he's like, that's why it's really important to really do
cleanses. I love your doctor.
Yes, it's really good to do cleanses. Like it's really good to like make sure that your colon is cleansed, that you're constantly using the bathroom. And then you always drop knowledge like in regards to like we are what we eat, like be careful what we eat, take care of your skin. You're very into like really healing. So what is your outlook on healing? Like what does healing mean to you?
I feel like healing comes from within, and as well as your surroundings, who you're with, who you spend time with, who you tell things to. I feel like I'm a natural healer, even since I was a little girl. Even growing up, it has a constant pros because you're always like, I remember growing up, anything that happened to my sister, I would always be like, oh my God, I gotta figure it out. Like, how is she gonna get better? How is this gonna happen? From like boy problems to school to like her health, and it's a good pro, but it's also a con because you can also just drag your energy into people's problems, trying to figure them out, that you forget about yourself. And as a healer, I'm always like, it's funny because like I always have somebody in my life who is the same way. And they're like, and I'm always like, isn't it weird? Like we're always trying to figure something out, and nobody be like, are you good? And it's like, it's sad, but you're just that person. You have to be that person for somebody. But if nobody's checking on you, check for yourself, because girl, all that energy will have you drained. Yeah. You'll feel so like, I don't know, but that happens to me. And sometimes I hate doing it, but sometimes I have to go ghost on even the people I love. And it sometimes they be like, damn, why you gotta do that? But it's like, bro, I matter. Like, I'm sorry, but y'all problems got me too much, And like I said, it's a pro and it's a con, but as long as like, you take time for yourself, you cleanse yourself, whether it's with, disconnecting from the internet, people, to like staging, to like detoxing, because that's a great detox as well. To like running, meditating, whatever helps you take time for yourself is great. But as a healer, I love healing people from within to out to their problems. But like I said, it's also a con, but I love what I do, honestly.
And it's I can definitely relate to that because I'm emotional. I worry about every freaking thing, everybody. I'm like always worried about the next thing, and I'm not worried about right now or living right now. Like everyone can be cool, and then I'm like, oh shit, like they had too much to drink. Okay, do they have a ride home? Okay, I can take them home. Or if someone's sad, I'm like, okay, what can I do to help you? Like, talk to me. Tell me if you need anything. But then it's like you put all your energy into making sure everyone is okay. But then when it comes to you, you're like, damn, is anyone gonna check up on me? Or does anyone see that I'm sad as shit? Does anyone, like, no one hits you up to be like, hey, how are you doing? But you go out your way sending long paragraphs, making sure everyone is okay. But then when you're having your moments and you need someone, you're like, who the fuck is gonna check up on me? Like,
and that's crazy. Like, it's crazy because you never really like realize that, that you're a healer or that you help people, or like, and it's an annoying feeling because you're like, bro, can I just chill? Like, why you gotta be so pressed trying to help somebody?
Yes. I was just saying the other day, when you're going through your battle that's bigger than yourself, you need someone. And it's like, it sucks because some people don't have that person to be like, help me. Like sometimes people just have themselves. Like I have my partner, but it's like some of the stuff that I'm going through, he's not gonna understand because he's a boy. It's just like I gotta thug it out and battle it myself, figure it out, handle it and let it go.
Like my technique is like going ghost. Like, I'm sorry, but I like to go ghost, and I like to like I try not to be too private with my loved ones, but it helps me. That's my coping mechanism. Mm-hmm. But that's just mine, you know. Maybe throughout the years it'll get better. I really want to get into meditating. I really want to. So hopefully I'll get there soon, before next year or the start of next year. But I definitely want to, you know, have other mechanisms that I could cope in healing myself, because sometimes we don't have the helper. Mm-hmm. We gotta help ourselves. You know, and because you, like you said, you can have your partner, like, and it's like he won't get it because he's a boy. Mm-hmm. You know, and same thing with me, like with my partner, like he's a boy, so he doesn't really get it. Half the time he just listens, which is great, but I'm like,
talk to me. Do you agree with me? Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Or they're just like, yeah, babe.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, yeah. Or sometimes they say something you don't want to hear, so then you're like, okay, bye. I didn't even want to say anything. Bye.
You're like, you know what?
I'm fine.
Yeah, it's like, forget it. I got it.
You don't understand. No, that's so just true. Get out.
I totally feel that.
Yes.
Yeah, like shit. No.
What is the craziest skincare routine you've seen, like someone do?
I mean, honestly, it's so funny because I feel like my uncle is this great. It's just so crazy. But my aunt came in the other day and she was like, yeah, he washes his face sometimes with the soap of the sponge that you clean dishes with because you think that that's going to help him. I'm like, bro, you're going to fuck up your skin. And he's light skinned. So people who are light skinned shouldn't treat their skin like it's like cardboard or something, because you have more, what's that word? You're more likely to see what's up. Like, you know, you'll break certain stuff, you'll break out. What cracks me up is when people use body lotion, and they still do. I'd be like, your lotion is for your body, your moisturizer is for your face.
Yeah.
So that really makes me sometimes. Yeah. Or like people who just like, I don't know, like it's just so much shit that I've heard that I've been like, oh my God, what are you doing? People who use like lemon on their skin, I'm like,
is that not healing?
No, I mean, I wouldn't legit grab a lemon and put it on my face. No, I feel like that's too acid. Like, I feel like that's too much. You know, I feel like I'll break out. But it's all about having a professional, like whether it's me as your esthetician or whether it's the girl next door. As long as you have somebody who knows about skin, and just invest in professional skincare. Like, you know, I get it. A lot of people want to make their own products, and cool. Like, I have my own products that I make, but I don't sell them because I'm not super like on that wave, you know, because I don't want to just sell you anything. But at the end of the day, like, professional products are professional. They target, they have their skin is science. Mm-hmm. So when stuff is done like professionally, you will have a professional, sorry. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Oh, when you have professional products, you will get results, you know, in a matter of months, in a matter of time. And you have to invest. You have to be patient with your skin, but mostly invest. You just can't get a facial and act like your skin's going to be popping for a whole year and you're at home washing your face with Dove using Jergens as lotion. Like, what are we doing?
Are you coming
Skin don't work like that. Skin don't work like that, you know?
What would you describe your purpose in life is?
My purpose in life, I think my purpose in life is to help people, whether it's with skin, whether it's with, you know, their own problems. I feel like in life I'm a healer still, you know, but I really haven't found the full purpose. Mm-hmm. But that is my goal. Mm-hmm. But my purpose for now is to help people with their skin, to help people with whatever help they need, you know. But most of all, skin right now. Like, that's my biggest goal. Like, to make beauty. Whether it's from beauty, whether it's from skin to waxing to threading to, you know, facials, to in depth of a lot of things. Like, I want to just help people, you know. People need to find the beauty within themselves. And people need to remain themselves as well, you know, not just get blabbered into society, because society is a mess right now. But
it's literally a rabbit hole. What do you want the listeners to remember about you?
Well, two things. one, stay true to yourself, because a lot of society has made us, you know, fall into this hole. Like you said, it's a rabbit hole, and we want to be like Sally and Bob, but we don't even know who we are. And it's like, how you gonna get somewhere in life when you don't even know who you are? Time just keeps passing, and you're trying to portray this picture that you're not, just for the gram, you know, because like the gram, it is a lot. People live, and it's crazy because I was talking to my cousin about it. I'm like, it's crazy how people don't have friends, but they have friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And they'll put up every event in their life so their friends on Facebook can like it. And I'm just like, I don't get that. But maybe it's not, I'm not supposed to get it. You know, maybe people are supposed to do that and go through that and find out like, hey, not everybody has to know your life. But as long as you stay true to yourself and remain and remember that there's nobody but like you, you know, because there's nobody like me, there's nobody like Chantel, and so on and so forth. And that is like the biggest challenge I think people have, because we're still trying to figure out who we are. We don't know, you know, and I'm still trying to figure out who I am, but I think I got the gist to it. But just stay true to yourself. Like, don't be like Sally and Bob, be you know. And I feel like as long as you're you'll get to a lot of places in life. And just remember your goal, remember what you want to do. And my second thing in life, my second message is, you know, to take care of your skin, whether it's with me, whether it's with the girl next door, or because there's male estheticians as well. Just take care of your skin. Like, it might not catch up to you right now, but when you're 30 and 40, it will. And you don't want to take care of your skin then. Why not take care of your skin while you're in your 20s? I have clients from all types of ages, because I do deal with clients like within my own family, and they're elderly, and they have a lot of hyperpigmentation, which is a lot of dark spots, because being, you know, from a foreign country, there's a lot of sun, and people don't people are not like, oh, where's sunscreen, no. Right. And we're talking about old heads like 40, 50, 60s, like their skin is so damaged from the sun that they're like, yeah, like I just started wearing it 10 years ago when they should have wore it 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So invest in your skin, like love your skin, like don't forget about it, because it's your largest organ and you need to wear sunscreen. Okay,
period. What is that called?
Oh, it's from Image. It's an oil matte moisturizer. So I really love this one because since I'm acne prone, I like to use like oil free products, and I've been using it for like 2.5 years now. I love it. So it gives you like this matty look because it's like a sunscreen, but it also contains a little bit of moisturizer in it that it just leaves your skin popping. And if you're a person who's like outside most of the time, like you're an athlete or something, you would want to wear something that says 50 SPF instead of 32. You know, I don't spend a lot of time outside, but when I do, you know, I always stick with this. For the summer or like for my whole body, I use Blue Lizard. I don't have that with me right now, but they sell Blue Lizard in like Target, Walmart. Sometimes TJ Maxx has it for like the low, but I put that everywhere because I don't have none right now, but when the sun hits my arms, I get like little hives.
Oh, so, yeah, me too. I get it on my chest.
And then for people who have tattoos, like, you know, you want to definitely put sunscreen on because boo, it'll start fading. You know, like people who have tattoo know what that does. And especially if it exposes to the sun, you definitely want to, you know. So definitely invest in your skin, okay? Just the same way you love your lashes, you love your nails, you love your hair. Why you don't love your skin?
Yes, ma'am.
I really want to know. Like, can y'all let me know why people don't like to invest in? I really want to know.
Yes,
I don't get it.
Comment down below. I have this questions. Let's see.
Okay, boo.
Okay, so the first question is, hi, I am currently struggling with cis acne and I feel very insecure. What advice would you give to me or anyone that suffers with cis acne?
Well, I suffered from cystic acne as well. My biggest advice is you're not alone, okay? Because that whole feeling of ugly, feeling like, oh my God, you cannot step outside. That was me. I did not step a foot outside, and I only saw my family because I was like, nobody gonna see me in my worst. But as long as you invest in your skin, you seek a esthetician, you can seek me because boo, it's not like there's no way out. It'll be over. The thing about acne, it's a disease. It's a skin disease. We don't know why it happens. We know what triggers it, and we know how to battle it. Mm-hmm. Now I'm saying you'll never break out again, because I still break out, and my breakouts are all on my chin, which are like the worst. But I know what to put on my skin. I know what to prevent putting on my skin. I don't over, dry my skin. I don't, even though I do use professional products, I let my skin breathe some days, because your skin needs to breathe. Yeah. So definitely seek an esthetician, and make sure you don't use oily, make sure you use oil-free products, because you don't want to over oil your skin and break out even more. And definitely seek a dermatologist just in case, to see what kind of skin you may have. If it's way too like acne, that the cysts that you can't, like, there's certain cysts that you need to go under the knife for a dermatologist to get. Like, this is grade 4, where it's really, really bad. But if you have grade 1 or 2 or 3, I could definitely see you. But always make sure, always make sure you seek a dermatologist if it's really, really bad. But definitely my biggest advice is get a facial. Mm-hmm. Let's decongest the skin, let's take out the bacteria, and let's put in good products, and that's pretty much it. And if you do feel like you have a pimple coming up, mm-hmm. make sure you put ice on it for like 20 seconds. It'll definitely go down, because most of the times it's not really, really like a pimple. It could just be wanting to be a pimple, but you'd be like, oh, you better relax.
With the finger.
You're gonna get it.
Yeah. The next question is in Spanish. Oh Lord. And I don't know.
Oh, let me hear.
It is, and sorry listeners, my Spanglish. Hola, ¿le puedes preguntar esta pregunta? Tengo manchas y no sé cómo quitarlo. ¿Qué hago?
Definitely want to add vitamin C into your routine. Let me get the product. Okay, here. So Image carries good lines as well, but you definitely want to add like a vitamin C into your product, as well as like as you get older, you do want to, because we're combating, dark spots because of the sun, and you definitely want to add sunscreen. Okay, but she speaks Spanish. I'm sorry. Yes. So, ¿quieres agregar vitamina C en tu rutina de piel? Porque va a ayudar a combatir, lo oscuro que está en tu piel. So, cuando tú agregas vitamina C en la piel, ayuda a que la piel se aclare mucho más. Y igual que tienes que agregar bloqueador solar, porque el bloqueador solar es lo que previene wrinkles, uh-huh. arrugas, previene líneas, previene más que se oscurece la piel. Y definitivamente necesita un facial, porque, o sea, el facial, los productos que uno usa en el salón son más compatibles para que la piel, o sea, se arregle. Y tiene que agregar vitamina C, tiene que ver también qué productos es que está usando. Y si su piel es demasiado clara, asegúrese que use el gorro si para mucho tiempo afuera, que no, esté totalmente en el sol, así como que para que le queme la cara. Pero ese sería mi advice.
Yes, okay, with the translation.
Girl, I got stuck.
The next question. The next question is saying she has she's pregnant and she started getting skin tags, and she's asking for advice. Will that go away or with pregnancy, or does she need to get that removed?
Well, with skin tags, I feel like skin tags happen just like over time, sometimes they're genetic, sometimes they're not. But I would definitely seek skin tags. No sé cómo se dice eso en español, pero yo le recomiendo que vaya a ver un dermatólogo, porque usualmente cuando los skin tags sí se pueden sacar porque son, o sea, cosas que se agregan en la piel, pero usted no puede ir, o sea, a alguien regularmente, pero necesita ver un dermatólogo que le pueda hacer cirugía. Yo le sé, how you say that?
Recommend?
Yeah, how you say that? Recommend?
Recomiendo?
No, yo le sugiero que cuando dé a luz ya vaya a ver al doctor, porque ahora es muy drástico, porque usted, o sea, está embarazada, o lo que se haga en la piel le puede afectar a su bebé. pero definitely vaya a ver un dermatólogo para ver qué le dicen sobre eso, si se puede sacar ahora, pero yo creo que le van a decir que espere que tenga el bebé y de ahí pueda haber una cirugía, pero they can come out, se pueden de verdad sacar de la piel. Yes.
Hola, quería decirle a la chica que su página es muy bonita y que estoy muy orgullosa que usted conoce a alguien que hace faciales y que puede ayudar la comunidad. Estoy muy agradecida y estoy muy contenta para hacer mi appointment pronto para que usted me ponga bonita. Gracias por todo lo que usted hace y que Dios te bendiga siempre y que Dios te bendiga tu negocio siempre.
Oh my God, that is the best. Muchas gracias. Ay, Dios, eso me ha puesto. That made my day. Like, I'm it. Like, she did it for me. Oh my God, that is so. Tell your aunt I said thank you. I will be waiting for her.
I'm gonna tell her to be like, book.
Yes. Ay, qué linda. Gracias.
And the last question is from me.
Yes,
this question is, being who you are today, you have blossomed into the woman that you are today, continuously glowing, growing, continuously sharing your light with everyone and impacting lives and healing skin, healing everyone around you. What advice would you give to your younger self, and what advice would you give to the future self for you?
my younger self is stop overthinking it. Like, just do it. You know, my younger self used to like. I've always growing up. I've always been so indecisive. Oh my God, it's so hard. I can't even shop. Well, I couldn't. Now I could a little bit, but just stop being so indecisive and just go for it. Go for what you want, and don't hold, because I used to hold so much instead of just saying what I felt or like doing stuff or going places. And to my future self, God, I love you. I know you it. I want to see how you look, but be true to yourself. Don't lose who you are, because who I am today is wonderful. Whatever energy I bring into the room, people love it. I love who I am because nobody is me. That's why I try to perceive a lot that on people, like, just stay true to yourself. Don't be like nobody else but you. But to my future self, I hope you remain beautiful. I hope your heart stays pure. I hope you find the man who loves you truthfully. And I hope you're wealthy, healthy, and I hope your ass is fat. That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, pretty much it.
You guys, we had the time today to chat with the amazing and talented Mila. Today is Saturday, November 28th. We had an amazing chat. She gave us advice, answered your questions. This concludes our chat. Please do not forget to book your appointment with her as soon as possible. Please don't forget to wish her a happy birthday next week. You can cash app, send gifts, whatever you like.
Oh, happy birthday, Chantel. I love that we should
birthday, my love. Thank you so much for chatting with me.
Of course. I would love to do this again. I want to wish you a happy birthday. And girl, stay looking for your DM, because I'm going to send you some stuff. And I love that you're doing this, All Things with Shanty. I love it because you are really cool. You're funny. People don't really know you, but they know you. But girl, you was hilarious. I'd be dying. I'd be like, yo, she's such a sag. And it's always been like that growing up, like growing up together.
Period. Like, I hope you guys really enjoyed our chat. Please don't forget to book your appointment with her. Please don't forget to wish her happy birthday on Wednesday. And please do not forget to clean your skin. Take care of your skin. Take care of yourself. Period.
And that sunscreen, yo.
Yes, don't forget the sunscreen. Period. And wash your pillowcases. And your sabana.
Yeah, and don't be touching your face. Like, don't touch the skin, because you're going to end up with mass scars. Please don't do that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my job.
This concludes our chat. And
thank you,
see you in the next episode.